Good morning, Practical Magic. Michelle Lee here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, so many good things are happening. One, it's super cloudy here in Arizona. It's dark and cloudy, and it looks like it's going to storm. Love that. Absolutely love that. Happy Friday. I think now it says I'm live, and I may be lagging a little bit, but we'll just go with it. Say hello when you jump in and let me know where you're joining us from, what part of the world you're tuning in from, and hopefully I'll be able to see those comments as they come in. I wanted to pop in here today. Of course, today is an exciting day. Megan is in the hospital. Today is baby day. Baby day, the twins shall be born today. We're super excited. But that's not why I'm tuning in here, although I am super excited. And these babies that are coming in right now are so high vibe, high frequency babies. It's pretty exciting. But I was inspired to jump in here today and share with you an easy mistake most of us make that completely hinders our ability to create what we want. It's so funny because I know last week I did a training on if you do this one thing, you can transform your life. And I wanted to say that today too. If you do this one thing, you will transform your life. And the truth is, these one things, if you make these shifts in your life, it will transform your life and your experience and your ability to create what you want. So if you just take these free trainings and start applying what I'm teaching you, bit by bit, step by step, you will absolutely transform your life. These are important pieces. What I am teaching you here is so important for you to become the master of your life. So this one thing I'm inspired from my client work this week, as I was working with a client this week, and we were going over this and we were having the experience. And I remember the day, I remember the moment, who was with me when I made this realization for myself. It was about 4 years ago. And I had just finished doing a retreat with my then coach. And I was sitting with Megan. She was there too. And I was sitting with my coach and another woman who had just gone through the retreat. And here's the awareness. Here's the mistake that I made all of my life until that moment, and that you're probably making. And it's part of the coding to be here on earth. You know, it's part of the illusion for us to have the experiences, to experience the opposite of who we truly are. And here it is, that the one thing, the common mistake, is believing in that someone is going to come save you, that there is a savior coming. And when I made this awareness, when I had this awareness, I will admit it was really, really scary, because I had no idea just how much I believed that if I was just good enough, I would get saved. Someone would swoop in and change my life from the outside, right? Swoop in and change my life if I was just good enough. Now, this is what we are taught religiously, that Jesus will come back again and change the world. You know, all those that were good will be saved in the rapture, and all those that were not good will be left behind. We learn this from our Santa Claus story, right? If Santa Claus is watching everything, and if you're good, you'll get everything you ask for. And the awareness overcame me that day in Puerto Rico, at that restaurant, outside, at a table. It was a beautiful day, and I just remember how frightened I was. I was like, oh my gosh, You know, there is not going to be anyone or anything or any one event that is going to occur that is going to save us. Although it was extremely frightening at the time, it was also the most empowering moment of my life. The most empowering moment of my life. And the reason why is because I got to start trusting my power. And I'll give you another example. When I was newly divorced 17 years ago, and I was really building my business, like my business had to become my income. I got to be my breadwinner after my husband being the breadwinner for several years. And I wanted to do this through my own business. I did not want to go get any other job. I wanted to build my business. And it was not a thriving business. It was a side gig. It was something to give me extra money. And I had this underlying belief, and it took me several years to figure this out. But I was actually trying to build my business and become self-reliant so that I would be good enough to attract my soulmate. So there was like, I'm proving myself, I'm proving myself, I'm proving myself until I can be saved. I was trying to earn my saviorship. And I was working with a client this week, and this is one of her programs that is so easy to fall into, right? We've all been given this program that if we're just good enough, that eventually someone will come in to save us. But that's not what we signed up for here on planet Earth. You are your savior. I am my savior. We are your savior. That song, Into the Thick of It, into the thick of it, right? We came to planet Earth to dive deep into the thick of it. Dive deep into the illusion. Dive deep into the illusion that we cannot save ourselves, that we need a savior, that somebody from the outside is going to come in and rescue us, and that we need that. We chose to have this experience, and now it is this incredible game, puzzle experience to awaken out of this illusion and become our own savior. Become our own savior. And how we do that is by reclaiming our power. You are a high priestess. You are the divine. Your words transform the energy around you, and they magnetize what you speak and feel about. And so falling into this idea that somebody that you're waiting to be good enough to be saved, waiting is the ultimate disempowerment. It's the ultimate disempowerment. So how do you stop waiting for your savior, and how do you become your own savior? How do you become your own savior? Well, that's exactly what I'm teaching in the High Priestess program. In the High Priestess Living program, I am going to, number one, educate you about the history of women, the history of the patriarchy, the history of the matriarchy, because that right there triggers, it activates your remembrance of your divinity. How did we go from worshiping the divine feminine to misogyny in just a few hundred years, right? How did we do that? And how to get back out of that. I was downloaded a very powerful process, downloaded intuitively, a step-by-step process to reclaim your power from the illusions that you chose to experience so that you could have this awakening game. It really is a game, an awakening game, right? There's been codes downloaded into humanity, and particular codes for women: sexual misery, fear of money, fear of relationships, the shame and guilt. And so I will take you through the process of reclaiming your power. And then I will teach you how to use ritual Ritual is age old. All of our religions use ritual, right? They all use ritual because they know the power of ritual. How do you make a space sacred? How do you use the energies of quantum physics of the universe to manifest exactly what you want? Exactly what you want. Have you ever manifested something close to what you want or the opposite of what you want? And you look back, you're like, every time that happens, right? That's because you haven't reclaimed your power from those particular pieces. And so you are unconsciously manifesting. Unconsciously manifesting. So there's a whole energy shift, and it's very subtle. And just like I experienced going from, I'm going to do this and become self-reliant and build my business, so then I am worthy of being saved and I don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to do it anymore. To the shift of, wow, I am divine. I am divine. I am my savior. I am the master of my awakening. And I have been called to take women through this 3-month process of awakening and remembrance and activating so that you can go forth in your life in whatever way you choose to create what you desire, to create exactly what you desire, to understand, acknowledge, and use your own power. Like, you are the power in the presence of God. And does God need a savior? No, no, absolutely not. So it's about embodying your power to a point where you understand and you're no longer frightened by the idea. Like, I was so frightened. I was like, oh my gosh, this transformation on the planet is literally up to us. It's up to me, right? That's how it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. And so I am following step by step the breadcrumbs that my future self continues to leave for me, and I follow that. And now it's led me to the High Priestess Living Program in this way to help you understand and activate your power. So we're starting with our opening ceremonies on October 1st. Everything will be recorded if you can't be live. And along with the group program, you get one-on-one sessions with me throughout the program. So it's a semi-private program and it's intimate and small. 6 to 8 women only. 6 to 8 women only. So book a call with me. Tori will post the link for my calendar for you to book a call. And I would love to chat with you and see if the High Priestess Living Program is for you or not. No obligation, no worries. We'll chat. We'll get to know each other. And I look forward to chatting with you. And we'll keep you posted as to our new babies coming today. All right, everyone. Have an amazing Friday. I look forward to chatting with you. Use the link in the comments. Mwah. Bye for now. Have a great weekend.